Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world heard in the day, lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. It's important for you to learn that little melody, so please sing along with me this time. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world heard in the day, lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. Oh, please excuse me. Okay, now we can get started with the game. My name is Mr. Matt. This is Mandy, and this is Orky. And our game is called Can You Name It? And it will, you will do very well in this game if you were born way a long time ago. Okay, see if you can identify this tune. Bow, 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 bow. If you said Billion Dollar Baby by Alice Cooper, you are correct. If you said something else, you were wrongity wrong wrong. Okay. So see if you can identify this little ditty. Whoa, Aqualung. If you got that right, you've earned another 5 points. Those points will really add up. I don't know what you'll do with them, but you got 5 more. Okay, here's a little question. Nobody calls her Mother of Exiles. What do we call her? Statue of Liberty, yes. And what is the name of that poem that's on her pedestal? The New Colossus. Excellent. And the New Colossus was written by Emma Lazarus. Well, you're doing very well. Some people can remember anything. They can be as dumb as dirt and remember anything. So just keep that in mind. Okay, there's a short story I love, and the narrator says, I am he who abjures and rejects the night sea journey as inherently absurd. What is it called? The Night Sea Journey. And who is the author? John Barth. And should you read it? I think so. Very philosophical. And that is Tusk by Fleetwood Mac. And another line from a short story, I call myself the misfit because I can't make what all I done wrong fit what all I gone through in punishment. Now, if you said that was A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor, then you probably took English in college, and it's a pretty good story, a little shocking. Let's see if you remember this ditty from the 70s. That's not much to go on. The artist is Bob Dylan, and the song was Tangled Up in Blue. For you Catholics, and this is favoritism toward Catholics. For you Catholics, what does this mean? Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona nobis pacem. Again, it's not fair. It's favoritism. That means Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. Grant us peace. And there's a movie from the 70s, and the main character, he says, the title character says, "Why did you come to see me on the day of my daughter's wedding?" If you can't get that one, I don't know. Name the movie. The Godfather, name the character. Vito Corleone. Okay, that one was easy. Okay, there was a movie from the 70s. It was funny. I don't know if it's still funny. The theme song was a Randy Newman theme song sung by Randy Newman. He gives us all his love. He gives us all his love. He's shining down on us from up above, and he's giving us all his love. That movie was called Cold Turkey. I don't know if it's still funny. Give it a try. Okay. And here's a poem. What if a much of a witch of a wind gives truth to summer's lie and scatters forever with me and you and yanks immortal stars awry? Name the poet. If you said E. Cummings, you were wrong. It's E. Cummings. You get 5 points, and then you lose 5 points if you believed when I told you it wasn't E. Cummings. Does that make any sense to you? Very few things do. Don't worry about it. Okay, there's a famous play from the 1950s, and I know you all were going to the theater in the 50s because you're all as old as sin. Okay, and the main character describes his landlady. He said, but the landlady is a fat, ugly, mean, stupid, unwashed, misanthropic, cheap, drunken bag of garbage. It's by Edward Albee, and it was called The Zoo Story. Not a bad little short play. And this is a song from the late 70s, early 80s, from the 1980s. For 5 points. What's the name of the song? Sultans of Swing. And the band was Dire Straits. Very good. Okay, I hope you're doing well. If you're doing well in this game, it means you're old and possibly Catholic, and you had school in things that won't earn you any money. Okay, maybe you saw too many movies when you were young. I know a lot about you now. Mandy, what's going on? You're awfully quiet. Well, Mr. Ed, you know I'm just a mannequin head that you found in the alley, and you rescued me, and I'm grateful and everything, but what the hell am I supposed to do? Very true, Mandy. There's a call. Hello? Ah, this is, yes, it's the 1970s. They want their music back. Wrong number. Okay. There's a play by Shakespeare. If you know any Shakespeare, it's a dead giveaway that you're kind of a snob. But I happen to know some snake smear. It's when you take a snake and you smear it. Okay. And in what play does the character say, "Out, out, brief candle, life is but a walking shadow, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." For that dramatic reading, you pay 10 points. That was from Macbeth by William Shakespeare. I think it's cruel to force high school kids to learn Shakespeare. There's more practical things. The language is 400 years old. It's very well written, of course, but it's 400 years old. Learn something more recent. When I was in high school, forgive the deviation from the game, I am a deviant, but that's a different story. There was a book we read in high school in which books had become against the law, and the government was burning all the books, and there was a group of rebels who would sneak off in the forest and memorize books so they would not be lost. See, can you name that book? Fahrenheit 451, can you name the author? Ray Bradbury. I don't know what it says about you. Okay, well, let's end this round of Can You Name It with my favorite song. Someday I'll show you it's a mnemonic device. Its use as a mnemonic device. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world heard in the day continue throughout the horrible night. Good night.